A car out of one. I pray this devil die and get every evil thing the Lord got to give. And listen, I know you look at us in the state we in right now. Come here, SHALAM. Come here, SHALAM. I know you look at us in the state we in right now. Black people on drugs, and we suffering and dying. And I know it seems like you can do whatever you want to this people. I know it seems like this, but the time for glorifying yourself is soon at an end.
No, hold on.
He came out of his mother's
sister. We not Americans. Now, hold on. Just because I know what you're saying now, and I'm out here to dialogue with people that want to talk. Now I'm gonna ask you a question and tell me if this makes sense. Your nationality is not where you come from or where you born at. Because guess what? Check this out. What is it, sister? It is your bloodline. There it is. There, y'all give that sister a hand. It's your bloodline. Hold on. It is. Hold on. Now, if you saying that it's not true, let me ask you this. Now check this out. Where, if my mother was pregnant with me, and she got on a cruise ship and she started to cruise over to Europe. Now, while that ship is going in the through the Atlantic Ocean, and I'm born on that ship while it's going over the Atlantic Ocean to Europe, what would my nationality be then?
If you speak English, if you identify with American, it would be American. It doesn't matter.
No. Your nationality is what nation you come out of. Give me the Zondervan's compact. Hold on, we gonna dialogue. You can stay calm. Ain't no need in getting hostile, sister. Okay, come on up so we can hear you. I want everybody to hear you. Come on. Now, Zondervan. Now, so what you're saying is wherever you're born at is what you're.
It's your identity. What you identify.
It's what you identify with. So hold on.
If you go to Europe right now, and the way you speak, they say you're American.
So now, okay, but check this out.
That's how
so you saying it's with who you identify with.
Right.
So that means I can go to China right now and say, but can I say I'm now a Chinese man?
No, you would be American.
Hold on, but now let me ask you this.
Right.
If you're saying that we are Americans, who is your forefather then? Because it is your bloodline. Your forefather has something, like you saying, it's who you identify with. So who is your forefather? What nation did you come out of? That's what the word nationality means.
Right.
So
my countrymen, I'm American.
No. I'm saying who.
We speak English. We like football. I eat cheeseburgers.
But that don't make you American.
Yes, it is.
No, it's your national. It's your. So it's the Chinese. I know Chinese people that eat cheeseburgers. They watch football. They love drinking beer. Hold on. No, I know Chinese people that come from China that like football, that eat cheeseburgers, and do all of that. So is he now American? You see how that don't make sense?
No, I'm just saying.
That don't make sense. Check this out. Hold on. Nationality. Read.
Nationality.
This is in the dictionary.
And let's see. It says a people having a common origin, tradition, and language capable of constituting one element of a larger unit. An ethnic group.
And a particular ethnic group. Now let me ask you something. If it's a particular ethnic group, is the white man and the black man in the same ethnic group? No. But why are we all calling ourselves Americans then? It says a particular ethnic group. So guess what? You got Chinese people that call themselves Americans. So are they Americans too? No, they not. It said a particular ethnic group. We just gave it to you out of the dictionary. You see? You see what I'm saying? That is not it. Now, give me the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary again. Now I'm gonna show you who we are. I'm gonna show you. Look, I'm gonna deal with you because I try to avoid foolishness at all costs. Come on.
You advocate. Come
on.
Stop advocating.
Read.
Zondervan's Bible Dictionary. Ham, the youngest son of Noah.
Now you know, okay, at one point in time, God got so mad with everybody on the earth that he flooded the earth and he killed everybody except for 8 people on the earth. That was during the time of the flood. There was 8 people that lived through the flood. You had Ham, you had Shem, his son, Japheth, Ham, Shem, Japheth, and Noah. Those was the 4 brothers that was left after the flood, and you had their wives, which was 8 people. 8 people lived through the flood. Now, let me just tell you. Now, this here is a Zondervan's Compact Dictionary. It was written by scholars, people that have studied in universities and have really did some studying. Now, let's see what these people say and who they say we are. Read.
Born about 96 years before the flood.
Ham was born 96 years before the flood happened.
And one of 8 persons to live through the flood.
And he was one of 8 people to live through the flood.
He became the progenitor.
He became the progenitor. Now, what does the word progenitor mean? The word progenitor means the father of. That's who he is. He was the father of
the dark races.
He was the father of the dark races. Now, Ham was the father of the dark races. Now, let me ask you, are black people a dark race? Now, let's see what this dictionary says. Let's see if he was the progenitor of us.
Not the Negro.
What?
Not the Negro.
He was the progenitor of the dark races, but not the Negroes. So it's saying Ham was the progenitor or the father of the dark races, but not the Negroes. Read on.
But the Egyptians.
But he was the father of the Egyptians. Where's Egypt located at?
In Africa.
Okay. And guess what? Just so that everybody know, I'm talking to the sister. That's it. Nobody else. No matter what statements they make, I'm talking to the sister. Come on.
Ethiopians.
And guess what? And I'm talking to everybody else that want to learn. Anybody out here that just babbling a fool, I ain't dealing with them. Come on.
Libyans.
He was the progenitor of who now? The Ethiopians, the Egyptians.
Ethiopians.
The Ethiopians. Where's Ethiopia located at?
Also Africa.
Okay, now see, you listen. This how you learn. Read on.
Libyans.
The Libyans. Where is Libya located at? In Africa.
And the Canaanites.
And the Canaanite, which compasses all of the rest of Africa, the other African nations. So what this Bible dictionary just said, that Ham, who was the youngest son of Noah and born probably about 96 years before the flood, that he was the father of the dark races, but not the Negroes. So my question to you, and then it named all the African nations. And we was told that we was Africans, right? That we were Africans and came over to Africans. If this dictionary is saying that he's the father of those people, but not the Negroes, why would they say not the Negroes if we Africans?
Guess it's excluding that.
Why? Because we don't come out of that seed. Now let me further edify to you. Now, just because a person has dark skin don't mean they come from a place where it's hot and that the sun shines a lot. Because guess what? When you go to Alaska, you have Eskimos that are darker than you and me. And their climate is not a hot climate like Africa. You also have people that live in Australia, the Aborigines, which is another dark race of people, but they're not Africans. You see the brainwashing there? Because when you open up, and this is what we never do, we never do our research. Because we went and researched, we found out that guess what? We are not Africans. Now I'm gonna show you like how can you graduate from high school and not know who you are? Come on, go to Deuteronomy 1:1. Now I'm gonna show you. The white man just said in his Bible dictionary that we don't come from Africa. Now let me show you who you are. Deuteronomy 1:1. Read.
That's who we are.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Now these be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel. Now go to Deuteronomy 28:1. So now this here, Moses is speaking to the nation of Israel, to the children of Israel, the 12 tribes. Read on.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1. And it shall come to pass.
And it shall come to pass, meaning it shall surely happen.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
to observe and to do all his commandments.
To observe and to do all of his commandments.
Which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God shall set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So that's letting you know right there that everybody ain't created equal. Now go to Deuteronomy 28 and 15. It's only going to take one more second, and you're going to see who you is today. 28 and 15, read.
But it shall come to pass.
But it shall come to pass if we will not hearken.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these curses was going to happen to the nation of Israel if they didn't listen to the Lord. So now I'm going to take you to the most prominent curse that happened to the children of Israel. And you tell me what people on this earth this fits. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And you tell me who this fits. And it's going to be crystal clear. And you're going to see who you are and where you're from today. Because the Bible dictionary, the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary, just told you the pages are sticking. Just told you where that we are not Negroes, that we don't come from Africa. It said not the Negroes, that we're not Africans. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now, this was one of the curses that was going to happen to the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel if we didn't keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. He said he was going to bring us into Egypt again, meaning a second time. Now, I ask anybody out here, what was the original name of the land of Egypt? See, that brother said he was an Egyptian. Couldn't even tell me that. The original name of the land of Egypt was called Mizraim. The word Egypt, when you look it up in the dictionary, it means bondage. So he said he was going to bring us into bondage again.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Now, I ask you this. What nation of people, a whole nation of people, came into bondage or captivity by way of cargo slave ships? There you go. So if Moses was saying this to Israel, who must we be? The Israelites, because it didn't happen to nobody else. So how can you say you believe in God, and then when we believe in God, and here it is right here, and we came into slavery by way of cargo slave ships, why don't you believe it then? Because that's what God said, that the Israelites were going to come into bondage again with ships. Read on.
And this is for you guys.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
By the way whereof he said this unto us.
So despite our differences,
thou shalt see it no more again.
We shall see it no more again. Not as an individual, because I can go get on a plane and go back over to Israel right now. But as a whole nation of people, can we leave this country right now? No, we can't.
Yes, we can.
Hold on, not as a whole nation. I'm gonna tell you. See, hold on. You got to listen sometimes. No, you as an individual can't even leave whenever you get ready. Guess what? If I wanted to go, hold on. If I wanted to go out to the airport right now, if I wanted to go out to the airport and just leave, I can't just do that. I got to go get what's called a passport. Why do I have to get the passport? I have to get the passport so that they can identify who I am. They're going to tell me how long I can leave and when I must return. So as a nation of people, they are not going to let every black man, woman, and child go out and leave this country all at once. That's not happening. And guess what? When you go get the passport and you leave the country, if you don't come back at the end of that time, guess what? They come and get you and bring you back. So we are not free.
right?
Hold on, let me finish. Read on.
We're not robots.
Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
And there ye shall be what?
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
And there ye shall be sold until your enemies. Who was we sold to? The so-called white man. You shall be sold unto your enemies.
Your enemies be for bondmen.
For bondmen, the Bible said these people that was going to come in this cargo slave ships was going to be sold to their enemies for bondmen. What's a bondman? A man that has a price on his head.
And bondwomen.
And what's a bondwoman? A woman that has a price on her head. Don't you remember, if in school they did teach you this, when they brought us over here, they put us on the auction blocks, and what they do, they auction us off, they put a price on our head, and they sold them. So I ask you again, what other nation of people did that happen to? Nobody else. So we have to be, if you believe in this Bible, and I believe in it wholeheartedly, we are those 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. And why does God call us the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel? You know why? He knew that once he brought us into this captivity, we was going to forget who we were.
When nowadays I work hard on the job, till I come cross still like I'm a criminal. Crime and get caught, it could be your first charge. Like, man, you ain't getting the minimum. It go dip, squat, 5 mile run, push, pull, sit up, goddamn, get strong. Looking at my baby, trying to keep them doing wrong. It's too long before they grow, I can't leave them on their own. They killed Day like he had a 30-day case. The news covering up the story, but they say it took me back to the time we lost Otis. Pretending these crackers, they gon' tell you something bogus. And I'm thinking like, damn, what you tell the kids? We tried to put up a fight, but did we fail the kids? Cause they really got us looking like no damn good. And why success got to cost my manhood?